Hey, it's Chocolate Sylveon again, and today we're gonna talk about another Animal Crossing thing. Don't mind my crazy cat, she is in hyper mode right now, so she'll be making a lot of noise and running around. Sorry about that, but there's no stopping her. So anyway, I am going to talk about my 5 favorite villagers from all of the Animal Crossing games. You know, I'm not excluding anyone. So I guess really all the ones in New Leaf, because no, I think there were some that were taken out, but just all the Animal Crossing games. And I'm gonna go, number 5 is my least favorite of the favorites, and number 1 is obviously my most favorite of all time. So first at number 5 is Daisy the dog villager. She's the lab with, oddly enough, but I really like it, like the ears that are tipped lavender. She's a normal type villager, and I don't know, I just really like the normal type villagers because they're just so polite and sweet and awesome, and Daisy is freaking adorable. I actually just recently learned about her because she fairly recently, less than a month ago, moved into my town in Animal Crossing New Leaf, and the instant she showed up, I was like, you're staying in my town forever, I will never let you leave. So the 4th favorite villager is Zell, the deer villager. He's a deer? Yeah, he's a deer. So actually, funny story with why Zell was one of my favorites is because I really do like the smug villager personality, which is a new one they added for New Leaf. But I really liked Zell because I used to have just a normal 3DS that was the blue color and a different Animal Crossing cartridge. Well, on my honeymoon, when we were on the plane going back to Seattle from Disneyland, well, I put my 3DS in the bag, or at least I thought I did. When I got off the plane later to find it, I could not find my DS, and Animal Crossing was what was in my DS at the time, and I was never able to get it back. So it probably slid out while we were landing, and someone took it and decided to keep it. So, and one of my favorite villagers, who I will get to next, was a smug type villager. So when Zell was there, I was like, oh, I have another smug type. Okay, I love him. And I do. Zell's cute, and he kind of looks really sleepy all the time, but Zell is awesome. So, my 3rd favorite villager is Shep, and he was actually in my original New Leaf town, and he is also a smug villager, and he's just like a Shetland sheepdog, and he's just so adorable. You can't even see his eyes, but he's freaking cute, and he wears a shirt, like his starting shirt is a shirt that I feel should be worn by girls, but he just rocks it anyway, because he's Shep and he's awesome. And he flirted with me more, I think, than other smug villagers, because the smug villagers tend to flirt with females, and I think it's the Uchi villagers that's the new one that flirts with male. I think that's how it goes. But anyway, I know the smug, thank you Glaceon, I know the smug flirt with the female if you're a female, and I feel like he flirted with me even more than Zell did. But, you know, he'll always hold a special place in my heart, because I love dogs. Even though dogs are not my favorite animal, I love dogs. My 2nd favorite villager is Fauna, who is a deer and is freaking adorable and one of the sweetest things. I saw her, I don't think she's new in New Leaf, but that's the first time I had seen her, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want her to move into my town. So when I saw the sign and looked, you know, when they have the roped off area before their house is built, and I saw the name Fauna, I was like, oh, I'm so happy. And so she is in my town, and I refuse to let her leave. I think she's tried to leave once or twice, and I was like, you're staying here. But Fauna is a normal type villager, so again, like Daisy, she's just really sweet and polite, and if you don't feel like, you know, because I'm like, I don't want to walk all the way back to my house when they ask, can I come over right now? Or if they ask to come over at a later time, I usually say no, because I know I'll forget, and then they'll just be pissed at me because I didn't show up. But you know, when you say no, she takes the rejection so nicely. She's just like, oh, okay, I'm sure you're busy. We'll do it another time. I'm super excited to see your place. Say hi to Glaceon. And you know, she's just so sweet about it. And so now, my top favorite villager ever is Filbert. He is the blue squirrel. He's a lazy villager. I think he's been a lazy the whole time. And my first Animal Crossing was Wild World, and I got it in like 5th grade. And Filbert was in my very first town, and I absolutely loved him. I worked hard, because in Wild World it was actually fairly hard to get them to be best friends with you, so they'd give you their picture. I worked my butt off every day. I was like, I'm gonna get Filbert's picture. He's gonna be my best friend. And Filbert was. And ever since that town, I have owned all of the Animal Crossing games. I have never gotten Filbert, or even gotten a chance in New Leaf to have him move into my town. And I would do anything to get Filbert to move into my town. I would give up Daisy or Fauna, who are currently living in my town, just to get Filbert to move into my town. I would give them both up. I'd be like, okay, bye, Filbert's coming. So I don't know why, I just freaking love Filbert. There's like no coherent reason, he's just my absolute favorite, and I miss him so much. I want him to move into my town, but he doesn't love me anymore, apparently. He doesn't want to be BFFs, even though I really want to be BFFs. He's rejecting me. So anyway, those are my 5 favorite Animal Crossing villagers. I hope you enjoyed, and tell me in the comments below what are your favorite villagers. It can be your favorite, top 5, top 10, whatever you want. And I will see you next time. Bye!